given here that angle RQT is a straight angle, so that is this segment that's shown right here. And we've learned that the definition of a straight angle is that it equals 180 degrees. So we're given the information for both of these angles. They would have to add up to 180. They are also a linear pair, or we could also say they're supplementary. So let's just do some basic algebra. 6x plus 20, so I'm just taking this angle here, plus this angle here, plus 2x plus 4 equals 180. Again, because both those angles form a line, they're supplementary and they're a linear pair. And then just combining my like terms, 6x plus 2x is 8x, 20 plus 4 is 24, equals 180. And then if I subtract 24 from both sides, I end up with 8x equals 156. Divide both sides by 8, and then I did this ahead of time in my calculator. X equals 19.5, and then you could always double check that as well. But I'm not finished. I need to go back to the directions, and I actually need to find these angle measurements. So that means I need to plug x into each one of these. So if I were to plug in x here, 6 times 19.5 plus 20, so I've just taken the x, I've substituted 19.5, it equals, well, 6 times 19.5 is 117, plus 20 is 137. So summing that up, the measure of angle, and I'm doing this one right here, the measure of angle RQS equals 137. And now I need to find the measure of angle TQS, so I just need to plug in over here 2 times 19.5 plus 4, so I've just substituted and put in 19.5, and that would, 2 times 19.5 is 39, plus 4 equals 43, so the measure of angle TQS equals 43 degrees. I'm given here that the measure of angle AOB is 4x minus 2. So I'm going to go over to my diagram, and I'm just kind of outlining so you know which angle we're talking about. Sorry, it's a little bit messy. And then I'm going to fill it in, 4x minus 2. And then I'm given that the measure of angle BOC, well, BOC would be this one right here, is 5x plus 10. And then I'm given that angle COD is 2x plus 14, and I'm just going to do an arrow here. Where in the world do I even start? Well, we need to look at our clues, and we're given, even though I've kind of covered it up here, we're given that these two angles are congruent because they have the same number of arcs. Well, they threw in this blue one right here kind of to just make sure you knew what you were doing. All we can do at this point is make the red and the green equal to each other because it's telling me they have the same number of arcs, that they're equal to each other. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 4x minus 2 equals 2x plus 14. So again, that one was a little bit confusing. So subtracting 2x, I'm left with 2x minus 2 equals 14. And then, of course, add 2 to both sides. And then, let me move this whole thing up, is 2x equals 16, divide by 2, x equals 8. Except, I'm not done because it then says to find the angle measures to check your work. So let's go ahead and plug that in. I'll use a different color. The measure of angle AOB, which is originally was the red one. Let's just do mental math. It's 4x minus 2. I'm working on this one right here. Plugging that in, it would be 4 times 8, because x is 8. 32 minus 2 is 30 degrees. And then 5x plus 10, that would be this one right here. Let's just do some mental math. And that would be 5 times 8 is 40 plus 10 is 50. So the measure of angle BOC equals 50 degrees. And you know what? Because these are congruent, angle COD, which is this one right here, should be 30. Because the red one was 30, so the green one should be 30 as well. But I'm going to plug it in just to double check. Well, if I substitute and put an 8 here, I would end up with 16 plus 14, which equals 30. So I am just so awesome. Now I specifically picked this one because this can be a little bit confusing. You've got to go and look at your diagram. It tells me that the measure of angle MQV, well, that would be this angle. I'll try to do this as carefully as possible. Well, let me see if I can fix that. The measure of angle, it's kind of hard to do. Anyway, is 90 degrees. And it says, what expression can you use to find the measure of VQP? So we need to look back at our diagram and figure out where VQP is. So that means I'm talking about this one right here. And the other one that's 90, I'm just going to put in that 90 degree symbol. Hopefully you can follow me here. Well, what we'd have to do is that this whole angle, we don't know what it adds up to, but if we just subtract the blue one, or the 90 degrees, it will just leave me with the red, which is A right here. Again, we're just subtracting, we're starting with the whole big angle, which is an orange, and subtracting the 90, and that would leave me with the red. And that's the right answer. Now on this one, we're going to do 45 because I really wanted you to use the segment addition postulate. So start out looking at your diagram and labeling the information. E.g., that means this whole thing is 49. Now, EF is 2x plus 3. And then FG is 4x minus 2. So I'm just going to use the segment addition postulate. The orange plus the green equals 49, the whole big red. So it would be 2x plus 3, I'm just going to use one color, plus 4x minus 2 equals 49. So again, I didn't show it, I did it all in blue, but it's the orange plus the green equals the red. Combining like terms, 3 minus 2 is 1 equals 49. Subtract 1 from both sides. 6x equals 48. Divide by 6. X equals 8. That's the first part, done. And then we just need to plug 8 in to find EF. So EF equals, I just need to plug it into this one right here, is 2 times 8 is 16 plus 3 is 19. And then FG, I'm just going to plug in 8 right up here. I'm plugging it into the green, is 4 times 8 is 32. 32 minus 2 is 30. And I can double check it. 19 plus 30 is 49. So I've done it correctly. Awesome.